Smriti Vipramah Smriti Pramsad Buddhinasho Buddhinasha Pranashyati. Krodhat bhavati sammoha Smriti Pramsaso.
தமிழ் தேவைப்படுறவங்க பின்னால் போயிருக்கேன் வீரபத்ரப்பருக்கு உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுவோம் தமிழ் நீங்கள் கொண்டு யாரெல்லாம் தமிழ் ரொம்ப பின்னால் போயிருக்கேன் ரசம்
translation of Bahru by His Divine Grace, Srila Translation, Srila Prabhupada. Jai. Krodhat from anger. Bhavati takes place. Sammoha perfect illusion. Sammoha from illusion. Smriti of memory. Vikrama bewilderment. Smriti from bewilderment of memory. From after bewilderment of memory. Buddhinasa, loss of intelligence. Buddhinasa, and from loss of intelligence. Pranashyati, one falls down. Translation. From anger, complete delusion arises. And from delusion, bewilderment of memory. And when memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into material form. Please repeat after me. From anger, complete delusion arises. And from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into material form. Srila Rupa Goswami has given us the direction. Prapanchikataya buddha parisambandhi vastu mumukshubhi parityaya vairagyamanto kartavya. By development of Krishna consciousness, one can know that everything has its use in the service of the Lord. Those who are without knowledge of Krishna consciousness artificially try to avoid material objects, and as a result, although they desire liberation from material bondage, they do not attain to the perfect stage of renunciation. Their so-called renunciation is called Guru, or less important. On the other hand, a person in Krishna consciousness knows how to use everything in the service of the Lord. Therefore, he does not become a victim of material consciousness. For example, For an impersonalist, the Lord or the Absolute, being impersonal, cannot eat. Whereas an impersonalist tries to avoid good intervals, a devotee knows that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer and that he eats all that is offered to him in devotion. So after offering good intervals to the Lord, the devotee takes the remnants for prasadam. Thus everything becomes spiritualized and there is no danger of a purgam. The devotee takes prasadam in Krishna consciousness, whereas the non-devotee rejects material existence. It is said that such a soul, even though rising up to the point of liberation, falls down again due to his not having support in devotional service. End of this part. This second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, this is the essence of all the whole Bhagavad Gita. And these two verses here, 62 and 63, it mention how one can fall down in this material world. It starts from Dhyat Shayan. The previous verse, maybe you heard studied. Dhyata Vishayan Punsa Sangaste Supajayate Sangat Samjayate Kama Kama Pradhavi Jayate Pradhat Bhavati Sanmaha Sanmaha Smriti Bhungsat Smriti Vibhrama Smriti Bhungsat Buddhinasa Buddhinasa Pranasya. Pranasya means one destroy his life, is fall down in material existence. It starts from Dhyata Vishan, thinking of material objects. This text 62, translation I am reading. While contemplating the object of the senses, a person develops attachment for them. And from such attachment, lust develops. And from lust, anger arises. And today's verse, from anger, complete delusion arises. And from delusion, build up into memory. When memory is built up, intelligence is lost. And when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material world. This completes verse. Two verse, Lord Krishna explained how one can fall down in this material world. In other Puranas also it is mentioned, other aspects. Mono eva manusyanam karanam bandhanam apsvaya bandhaya vishaya sangha muktai vishaya mano. The mind, mono eva manusyanam. The human beings, everybody has mind. There are certain things we cannot see. We have mind or not? Lord Krishna said, eight of our body: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. Three is subtle things and five is gross. Gross things we can see, but three subtle things we cannot see. Mind, anybody can see mind? Where is in our body, where is mind? Where is our intelligence? Where is our ego? Our scientist or doctor can find out where is three things. It's not possible. But in our body there is five gross things. Heart is there. When the soul differs from this body, then we can, this body, they mixed with five gross elements. Then art. In our bodies, all the flesh, bones will become art. All the blood, the water will become water, earth water. Our temperature is there. In our body, fire is there. Without fire, how the heat is coming? The symptom of the fire, light and heat. Our body is effulgence now because our fire is there. When the soul depart, then no more effulgence, no light. It will become rubber. Earth, water, fire. The temperature is there. Air, breathing, ether is there. The five gross things we can understand, but three subtle things we cannot understand. When the soul departs from this material world, according to his previous karma and according to his previous thinking, he will achieve the other body. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam by Kapila, third canto, by Lord Kapila to Mother Devavati. Karmana daiva netrena jantura deha upavattai striya pravishta udaram punso reta kanachaya. Karmana daiva netrena. Whatever we are doing in this material world, as a result, we will achieve another body in next life. Not like that we die means our life is finished. Not finished. We will achieve another body. And according to our karma. Lord Kapil Dev says here clearly that Striya Pravishta Udaram Pungsho Reta Kanasa. That soul will achieve other body to another, he will go to another woman's womb by the suggestion of the Lord. Not like this is not necessary to we will become next life we will become again human being. According to karma, the 84 lakh species of life we are traveling. It is in the Padma Purana, it is clearly mentioned there. Jalaja Navalakshani Esthavara Lakha Vinshadi Krimaya Rudra Shankhaka Pokshinam Dasulakshani Trinsha Lakshani Pasava Chatur Lakshani Manusha. There are 84 lakh species of life. Not only human being. Jalaja means those living entities is living in the water, aquatics. 900,000 species of it. Jalaja Navala. Esthabara, those like trees, creepers. This is 20, Jalaja Navala, Esthabara Lokha Vinshati, 20,000 millions, 20,000, 100,000, 20 lakhs. Jalaja Navalakshana Esthabara Krimaya Radra Shankaka. This living entity is sometimes going to insect's body, insect. The insect body is 11 lakhs, 1100,000. We all pass through. When human body, when one acid human body means he passed all the 84 lakhs of species of life. He passed through. That's why it is mentioned in the scripture, Durlabam. Manusya Janma, the human birth is very rare of the rarest. Durlabam. Jalajan avalakshani sthavara lakkavinchat krimaya rudrasanga pakshinam daslakshani. Those who are flying in the sky, the birds, there are 10, 100,000, 10 lakhs, especially 10 lakhs kinds of that is special life. 300 lakshana pashava chatur lakshani manusha. All the beasts, animals, the 30, 100,000 species. And according to our intelligence, according to our consciousness, the human body is 4 lakhs, 400,000. But we can see they all are human. Everybody has 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth, 2 hands, 2 legs. Everybody looks like same. Wherever you go, all the humans are same or not? In America, in Australia, in Malaysia, Singapore, Bharat, everywhere, the human all look like same. But consciousness is not same. According to consciousness, there are 400,000 human beings. In Papua, other island of just 10, 15 years before we were in Indonesia, then there is many islands. In some island, people not civilized, uncivilized people, they are living in the forest. They are hunting animals, they are eating. Like they are living with animals. They are also man, human, but acting like an animal. The human means in pure consciousness, but those who does not have the pure consciousness, does not develop the pure consciousness, is not like a human. It is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 4 basic things everywhere. What is 4 basic things? Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. You can not say, oh, first world country is not doing like this. The third world country is doing it. No. First world country, second world country, third world country, fourth world country. This does not matter. Everywhere, 4 things is there. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Not only in human, in all the living entities. 84 lakhs of species life. There are all the living entities, the 4 things is there. All the beasts, all the birds, all the leaves, all the insects, every living entity, they are eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. But unless they develop their pure consciousness or Krishna consciousness, they are not, we cannot consider as a human being. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, it's mentioned, Ahara Nidra Vaimaitanancha Samannam Etat Pasuri Naranam Dharma Hitesam Adhitya Vishesha Dharmena Hina Pasuri. The lowest animal, hogs, dogs, everything, they are also eating, they are also sleeping, they are also mating, they are also cooking. Our human, we are first of countries, several countries, it doesn't matter, we are also doing the same things. What is the difference between the hogs, dogs, cats, and human being? What is the difference? We are sleeping in nice room, our dog is sleeping in the street. What is the difference? They are sleeping, they are eating, they are getting food, we are getting food, but they are getting the best because we are working so hard day and night to maintain our livelihood. But they don't, every day they are getting their food. But human body means we should develop our consciousness. That means Krishna consciousness. If we don't accept Krishna consciousness, if we don't become the devotee of the Lord Krishna, then this human body is useless. No meaning. That's why you have the Vishan Kosha, how one can fall down. Even human being, the rarest bird, human form. This Dhyata Vishan Kosha. That's why I told Manoeva Manushanam Karanam Bandhanam. So this is our mind, our consciousness. Mind is the cause of liberation and mind is the cause of our bondage in this material world. Bandhaya Vishaya Sangha Muktai Nirvishaya Manaha. How can gets fall down or binds in this material world? Vishaya Sangha. Association of sense object, association of Vishaya. Muktai Nirvishaya Manaha. And if one free from the subject, from the Vishaya, from this material world, he can get liberation immediately. So what is the importance of human being? Human beings, we have to develop our Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, Jatasya Dhruva Vidyam Dhruvam Janman Vidyasya Tasmat Pariyajate Natapshanis. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, those who take part in this material world, not only human beings, other living entities also, will die. They must die. All the human beings must die one day. All the animals, all the living entities will die one day. Is it true? Everybody will die? Jatasya Dhruva Vidyam. How Bhagavad Gita's knowledge is so important. This knowledge book, science, Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita gave to Arjuna. Lord Krishna instructed to Arjuna. Because Arjuna was foolish and we are not foolish. No need to read Bhagavad Gita. No. Arjuna was the plebs and he was educated. He was not foolish. It is mentioned in the Shastra, Krishna Surya Sama Maya Vai Andhakar Jaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Radhikar. Krishna is comparing to sun. And wherever is sun, there is no question of illusion or moho or darkness. If sun rises, there is no question of darkness. Similarly, the Krishna is complete knowledge, and there is no question of bewilderment or illusion for the Arjuna. And we are in bewilderment, we are in illusion, we are in darkness. That's why Lord Krishna gave Bhagavad Gita to everyone through Arjuna. That's Jagannath Baladev Swadha. That's Jagannath. But he is living in the heart of all living entities, not only human beings. Those who say, oh, somebody said, oh, the male has the soul and female does not have. And other birth, old, birth, death, old age and disease. No disease. You are not getting old. You are not suffering in disease. You will not die. Everyone is suffering. And if we free from these four things and other three things also there, three types of miseries, Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik. Everywhere. We cannot say, oh, we are first world country man, we are educated men. We cannot say like this, but three miseries is there. What is this? Adi Daivik. Miseries is given by the demigods. Just like tsunami coming, hurricane, the earthquake, varieties of miseries coming. This is given by demigods. Adi Daivik. Adi Bhautik. The miseries is coming by other living entities, like mosquito biting, other ferocious animals, snakes, serpents, and the tiger or lion. There are many dacoit from other living entities. We are getting misery. And other things, we are getting miseries arises from our mind. This is adhatmik. I am not looking so beautiful. I have, in my mind is very listed, I am not a scholar. I am not very this. Just like everybody, this somebody this, no, look like not very good. Is not handsome. At least somebody is very a scholar, but he has no money. Everybody is suffering like this. The Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik and Adi Atmik. And other things, birth, death, old and disease. Everywhere in this material world. Even if we go to Sargaloka, there is also these kinds of suffering. If Sargaloka, there is no disease, why there is doctor? Ashwini Kumar, the two doctor is there, Sargaloka, Ashwini Kumar. If no disease is there, why doctor is there? Why they are using medicine? In Sargaloka there is medicine. Sargaloka, Brahmaloka, everywhere. This every three things is there, birth, old and disease. But we are living 100 years and maybe all the demigods living 10 lakhs years. After that they will die also. Brahma also living. Brahma also after die. Our creator Brahma. But their life duration is far than our life duration. Just like we are living this Kali Yuga, human life is living 100 years. But everybody is not living 100 years. Life duration 50, 60, 70, many people will die. This Kali Yuga, how much? Kali Yuga years is 4,32,000 years. This double is life duration is Dapar Yuga. This 8,64,000 years. Triple than Kali Yuga is Treta Yuga's life duration is 12,96,000 years, and 4 times then Kali Yuga is Satya Yuga life duration. Satya Yuga life duration is 70,28,000. This is called Panchatur Yuga, 4 yugas. And how much Brahma lives? How long? Satya Treta Dapar Kali 40 যুগ জানি সেই 40 যুগে এক দীর্ঘ যুগ মানে this 4 যুগ is one দীর্ঘ যুগ সহস্র in the Bhagavad Gita Lord Krishna says সহস্র যুগ পর্যন্তম অহর্য ব্রহ্মবিদ রাত্রিং যুগ সহস্রান্তম তে অহরত্র বিদ জানা সহস্র যুগ পর্যন্তম 1000 চতুর্যুগ equal to Brahma 1 day 12 hours equal to Brahma's night also. That means 2000 Chaturjuga equal to Brahma's 1 day and night. In this way Brahma is 15 days or 30 days on month, 12 months on year. In this way Brahma is living 100 years. After that Brahma will also die. And if Brahma perform devotional service, Brahma will go back to God, the spiritual world. After Brahma Loka, this is material world. We are living in Bhuloka. And upper Loka is Bhuvaloka, Sargaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Mahaloka, Brahma Loka. And Lord, there is 7 planetary system: Atala, Vitala, Shutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, and Patala. We are in the middle. Uddham gachanti saptasta madhya tishtati rajasa jaghanna gunavrittirasta adha gachanti tamasa. According to Bhagavad Gita's instruction, you can understand that Lord Krishna said those who are living according to Sattva Guna, they will go to upper planetary system. And those who are living in the Rajaguna, they will remain here in Mortala. And those who are living in maintaining this Tamaguna, living in Tamaguna, they will go to lower planetary system. Asura, Rakshasa, Jakshasa. In this regard, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita said by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Kobu Raja, Kobu Praja, Kobu Viprasudra, Kobu Sukhi, Kobu Dukhi, Kobu Kitaputra. কবু স্বর্গে কবু মর্তে নরকে বা কবু দেব কবু দৈত্য কবু দাস প্রভু এইরূপে ব্রহ্মাণ্ড ভ্রমিতে কোন ভাগ্যবান জীব গুরু কৃষ্ণ প্রসাদে পায় ভক্তিলতা বীজ তাতে কৃষ্ণ ভজে করে গুরুর সেবন মায়াজাল ছুটে পায় শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চরণ Chaitanya Charitamrita. According to our karma, we are sometimes going to Sargaloka, Kobu Sarge. Sometimes we go Kobu Raja, we are becoming king. This time we are becoming king. Next time, General Public. Kobu Raja, Kobu Praja, Kobu Vipra Shudra. Sometimes Brahman, sometimes Shudra. Kobu Sukhi, sometimes happy. Kobu Dukhi, sometimes distress condition. Kobu Kita Putras, sometimes is very small insect body they are living entities they are getting. Small insect body. Kobu Sarga, sometimes the living entity is going to Sargaloka, enjoying life there, better than in this material world. Kobu Sarga, Kobu Marte, sometimes in this material world, sometimes Naroke Baku, sometimes going to hell. Prabhu Dev, Prabhu Dvaita, Prabhu Dasha Prabhu. Sometimes this living entity, according to his karma, achieving the demigod body. Prabhu Dev, Prabhu Dvaita, sometimes getting the body of demon, Asura. What is the difference between Sura and Asura? Who knows? What is the difference between Sura, demigod, Asura, demon? What is the difference? They are also living entities, demon and Asura or demigods, they are also living entities. Somebody is living in Sarvaloka, somebody lives in Pataloka. What is the difference? It is mentioned in the scripture, Tau Buddha Sarvasmin Daiva Asura Evata Vishnu Bhakta Smrita Daiva Asura Stat Viparjaya. There are two kinds of living entities. One is called Daiva or demigod, another is called demon or Asura. Vishnu Bhakta Smrita Daiva Asura Stat Viparjaya. Those who are devotee of Krishna or Devata or demigod. Asuras Stat Viparjaya. Those who are not following Krishna's instruction, they are called Asura. That means, one says, those who are not devotee of Krishna, devotee of Vishnu, is called Asura. Asura never get instruction from the Lord. But all the demigods, they are following the instruction of the Suras, demigods. When the living entity dies here, the 5 gross things will remain here. 3 subtle things will go with soul to another body. Until we purify 3 subtle things, we cannot go to a spiritual world. This is the verse is mentioned here. 2 verses. 3 things: mind, intelligence and ego. If we don't purify, then we will remain in this material world. We will take another body in this material world. But if we purify 3 things, then with soul, the 3 things will go. Mind, intelligence and ego to a spiritual world. Then what is the process of purifying 3 things? Contaminated things will not go to a spiritual world. Because I explained why people are suffering in this material world. But there is another world, there is no suffering. This material world means full of suffering, and a spiritual world means full of happiness. If we go to a spiritual world, there is no birth, death, old age and disease, there is no 3 miseries, Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik and Adi Adhyatmik. Then always happy there. In material world, this is the wrong place, we are searching about happiness. Just like somebody went to the gold shop, then he's telling, give me some wine. He'll get? No. If somebody go to the clothes shop, then you want, oh, I want some gold. You will not get, okay, go to gold shop. Then this material world, Lord Krishna is telling, Dukhalayam Asasana, full of miseries and is temporary. Today we are here, maybe tomorrow we will not be here. We will go to other living entity. If we leave this body, we have to accept another body. It's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Vasansi jirnani jatha vihaya navani grinnati navaparani tatha sarirani vihaya jirnani annati samjati navaniti. We are changing clothes every time. The old cloth we are rejecting, new cloth we are accepting. Similarly, where the living entity is getting old age, rejecting the old body and accepting the new body. Rejecting the old body means death, and accepting the old body means birth. This is the function we are doing in this mental world. Then our duty, we are here as a human being, our duty is to purify our consciousness. If you always think of Krishna, what is the process of purifying the consciousness? Lord given in the instruction in Srimad Bhagavatam, also that 9 devotional service, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Arsanam, Vandanam, Shrakham, Vachanam, Vandanam, Dasam, Shrakham, Atmanivadanam. This is the 9 process of devotional service. By following these, we can purify our mind, intelligent ego. We can purify our consciousness, then we can go back to God. Otherwise, we will remain here again and Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jatare Sayanam. Again and again we will take birth in this material world. Again and again we will suffer birth in this material world. No end. Unlimited lifetime, unlimited business we will suffer. Then if we go to a spiritual, there is Satchidananda, there is full of eternity, full of knowledge and full of peace. And yes, we are the servant of the Lord, we are the part and parcel of the Lord, then we have same tendency, we want to enjoy, we want to please, we want to become happy in this material world. But it is not possible to become happy in this material world. If we go to a spiritual world, there is full of happiness, full of eternity there, full of knowledge there. Here we are suffering ignorance, and we are in the temporary life, and always in misery, always in distress condition. The human life means we have to search, we have to develop our consciousness. That means we have to always think of Krishna. Shravanam Kirtan. How can we think of it? If we hear the pastimes of the Lord Krishna, then we can think of Krishna. How can? Lord Krishna, in this regard, Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, to develop our consciousness, 4 things you have to do. Then Krishna said, you will go back, you will come back to Maya world. What is the main sloka? Krishna's final instruction. Very confident and instruction Lord given to Arjuna. Through Arjuna, it is Lord given to all the living entities. What is the main instruction in Bhagavad Gita? Lord Krishna said. The 4 confidential things he mentioned. Manmana, Bhava Madbhakta, Majjaji Mam Namastu. 4 things. If we do 4 things, our consciousness will become purified. Always think of me. Manmana. How we can think Krishna? By hearing Krishna's pastime, we can think, and Krishna has beautiful form. The Mayavadis, the impersonalists, they cannot understand these things. Oh, Krishna has a beautiful form. It is mentioned in Brahma Samhita, Benam, Kanantam, Aravinda, Dalaya Daskam, Barhavatam, Samashitam, Vadasundarangam, Kandarpa Kaudi, Kamaniya, Vishesha Shobham, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajan. Yes, so nice. Lord Brahma is himself explaining how Lord Krishna is like. His beautiful form is explaining. Venam, he has flute on his hand. Karnantam, Aravinda Dalai Daskam, his eyes like lotus petals. Aravinda Dalai Daskam. Batam Samo Ashitam Muda Sundarangam. He is holding peacock feather on his head, plumes of the peacock. And Samo Ashidam Muda Sundarangam. His bodily luster is like a rain comes, the cloud, rain cloud. So beautiful. Not black. Krishna means, somebody said, oh, Krishna means black. No, Krishna is not black. In Krishna, all the color is there. In the plumes of the peacock, this black, no, the blue is so beautiful. In this material world, we can see white men, white people, and black people. You can see. Anybody see the green people? Anybody see the blue people? Blue man? You can see. But Lord Ramchandra is green, like parrot. Ramchandra's color. And Lord Krishna's color like blue. Nilkantam is blue color. You can find the blue people. You can find in this matter, no, for sure. Lord assumed the form as a blue color. And our Lord Ramchandra, you can see the golden color people, gold, like gold. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the golden color. Tapta Kanchana, just like Radharani also. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's color is like, look like gold. You cannot find these people as like color like gold, color like green, color like blue. But white and black you can see in this material world. The Lord has this color. So beautiful. Samastham Pada Sundaragam. Kandarpa Koti Kamane Visham. It is mentioned, Krishna's beautiful form in the past in Bhagavatam also. Srimad Bhagavatam, 10 canto, 21 chapter, verse number 5. So nice explanation is there. By Subramanian explaining. Barha Pidam Natavara Karnaya Karnikaram Vipradavasa Kanaka Kapisam Vaijayanti Chamalam Randhan Bena Radhara Sudayam Purayana Kapavinde Brindaranam Sapadaranam Kavisha Gita Kirtin. Yes, Varahapidam. This Lord Krishna is holding peacock feather on his head. Not a Varabapu. When we are standing straight, but Lord Krishna, when he is standing, is 3 types of bend, like a dancer. 3 places bend. Not our Karnaya Karnika, Lord Krishna is holding Karnika flower on his ear. Vaijayanti Chamalam, he is holding Vaijayanti garland on up to knees. Big garland. Vaijayanti Chamalam. Randhan Bena, he is holding flute and filling the flutes with nectar emanates from his lips. Emanates from his lips. In this way, he is surrounded by all the gopis, or the cowherd boys, or the cowherd men, and enjoying in their own pastimes. He is beautiful form. If we think, then 4, 5, 14, think of Krishna. Then the Krishna should form, you have to think. Always Manmana, oh Madhvakta. Become, somebody says, oh, Madhvakta means become the devotee of wine. Mad means, Mad in Bengali said Mad means wine. And not, and Mad means me. Mad means become my devotee, like Krishna. Become Manana Madhvakta. Become my devotee. If you, Krishna doesn't say in Bhagavad Gita, oh, become devotee of Hanuman, become devotee of Jambavan, the devotee of Kali, Durga, Shiva. No, Krishna said, if you want to become devotee, become my devotee. Then you will come to spiritual world. Otherwise, you cannot come to spiritual world. Janti Devaprata Devan, Ithin Janti Kirti. If you worship the demigod, you will go to Devloka, Bhuloka, Bhuloka, Sarvaloka, another planet. Enjoy life, then you will come back again this material world. Abrahma, Bhuloka, Punaravati, Navajuna, Mount Pranachana. If you reach by your past activities up to Satvaloka or Brahmaloka, then you have to come back again this material world. But if someone is Mamupatatu Punajana, Mamupatatu Banta Punajana, if somebody reaches the spiritual abode of the Supreme Person of Godhead, Goloka Vrindavan, never falls down in this material world. Unless we purify our consciousness, we cannot go back to the spiritual world. We have to remain in this material world. That's a very nice part, how we can develop our consciousness. If we don't develop our consciousness, if we always think of material object, then it will destroy our life, destroy our soul. We will come again and again in this material world. Anybody have any question or comment? Otherwise, I can, on the word of Madhavendra, he is long time living in Vrindavan. I am requesting him to 5-10 minutes he can speak, because long time he knows Krishna's many pastimes, how we can remember Krishna and go back and back to God. Unless we remember Krishna, we cannot go back and back to God. And Madhavendra is living long time in Vrindavan, 25 years maybe. He is serving, he was the Secretary of Vice President and long time